Yo, what's happening, my people? So it's like 3 a.m. in the morning, and so I'm still not tired. And I just start having like thoughts in my head, and I'm like, man, I gotta document this. And like I used to like write a little bit and stuff, and I was thinking about like a little book project or whatever, but that's intimidating. And so that those thoughts probably would never get shared anyway. So I'm like, how can I share my thoughts and stuff, man? Like, this is my platform right here. Like, Twitter and all that, that's good, but like, unless you a celebrity, you ain't too much on Twitter. And I'm not like back and forth with people on Twitter and stuff. I don't have that big following or whatever. And Facebook is so much drama filled and stuff, man. It's just, then if you put too much like emotional stuff, it look like you crying and look like you bitching and stuff. Like, but I just want to talk about a little something, man. Like, just thinking about certain things. Like, the title of this, I guess, is not real until you put a name on it and stuff. Like, let me explain. You notice, like, nowadays we have like a lot of stuff like ADHD and depression, anxiety, and stuff. And like back in the days, they had badass children. Like, they'd be bouncing off the walls. It was just like, man, this badass kid or something. You never thought about no ADHD or somebody with a learning disability, somebody dyslexic or something. You just be like, man, that motherfucker's stupid. And somebody depressed or whatever, man, like, man, what's wrong with him? And anxiety. You ain't thought about no anxiety and stuff. Like, stuff like that. Is it more healthy now that we recognize them? That we recognize them and we can actually try to solve the problem? Or is it that we put a name on it now that people like lean towards that? Oh, I'm depressed. I'm this. I'm that. And that's why people be on opiums and stuff to a large degree nowadays and stuff. People are overly medicated, self-medicating and stuff. But people been self-medicating since back in the days. Like, people might have been depressed or been feeling bad, but they were winos, they were drug heads and stuff. But they were going through things, but they didn't know how to express it. So they were going through other avenues. So is it a positive? Is it a negative thing? Like, now I think about certain things. Like, I could rewind back all the way through high school and stuff. And I think about my basketball career. And like, I love basketball. I always been a hooper. And I'm small, but I was cold back in the days. Like, I was a monster. Like, I do videos every night and I be trying to dunk again and stuff. Like, back in the I was dunk. Like, I was flying. Like, my crossover was nasty. Like, my jumper, I think, is better now with age. But man, I was a beast. And I was mean. I was mean and fast and had no fear. But game time, I wanted it so bad. And man, I'd be so nervous and have so much butterflies and stuff. And I forgot all about that. And I just never thought I never thought anything about it, man. I was like I just wanted too much and stuff, and I was wondering why. Cause like, even I went to college. I played intramural, and it didn't have really big crowds and stuff. I used to ball. Like, I used to score 20 something a game, like, easily in intramural and stuff. I'd be balling on a bunch of people and stuff. Like, I was cold. But like, whenever I was in high school and I played in like in front of the crowds and stuff, like, I would get like 15 or something, but I would worry too much. Like, everything was so stressful. Like, I can't shoot too much. The coach gonna be worried. I can't do this move. I gotta pass it to this one. I don't want people to think I'm a ball hog. It was always something. And so what made me refresh these memories, I played in a basketball tournament last weekend. It was a 3-on-3 tournament, man. I'm in my upper 30s. So the cats I was playing with are some young cats. They was in their early 20s and stuff. But they asked me, they're like, man, you want to hoop? I'm like, I guess so. And man, like, the night before, we had our first game at 9 o'clock. I didn't fall asleep till like 5. And I had to wake up like 7 and take a shower and stuff and get ready and go. And I had to go all day long like that. And man, I was so nervous. Like the day before, it was just a little basketball. It was just a little 3-on-3 tournament. And I was so nervous. Like, I just kind of like realized, man, like you could put a name to it now. Now that's social anxiety and stuff. Or performance anxiety or something. You never know. Like, but his name is a name to it now. So now it's real. So like the game started, and like yeah, I could picture myself playing. I was playing and I was getting fatigued because I was playing more than just my opponent. I was playing my mind also. And it brought me back to like that's how I thought in high school. Like when I was playing, I was like, man, if somebody get a move on me, I'm like, I feel the crowd looking at me like somebody got a good crossover move on me and stuff, and I'm like, oh, I feel the crowd. I'm like embarrassed. I'm worried about them looking. I get a move off, and like I'm just then I kind of bask in it. Like I'm like I feel like everybody's looking at me, and so I'm like, yeah. So I kind of poking my chest out a little bit more because I'm like I feel like everybody looking at me and stuff, and so it's like your senses are heightened to a extreme degree of like you feel everything. You feel it, and it's not necessarily healthy. Like I bet the best athletes kind of like can tune so much out, and I feel that in life, man. Like I don't go holler at no girl or something. If I'm I'm not trying to be cocky or anything. I feel I'm a pretty handsome brother, man. I'm not bad looking. I can articulate myself in this and that. But like I won't go holler at a female for nothing in the world. Like unless I know she's into me or something, like I won't go. Like I got that fear of rejection and stuff. Like I start sweating and shit and stuff, and well, not sweating and stuff. I'm not a sweater, but I just be nervous. Like it's nothing. Like somebody could just say no. Like I got ugly ass homeboys that's drugged out and shit, and they holler at anybody. Hey, girl, hey, red shirt, college boy, and don't give a fuck. And some of them, the time the girls will be like, oh, hey. Shit, me, I got a lot of going for me and stuff and be the freshest cat. Like, I'm not trying to be cocky or anything, but like whenever I go somewhere and stuff, like especially around my people around here, like in Louisiana, like I'm usually like one of the freshest brothers around. Like, I know how to dress. I know how to put myself together. Y'all know I got my sneaker collection. I'm always gonna have something fresh. So, and like I still won't holler at nobody, man. I be feeling like just I don't know. And it's that with a lot of things. Like man, I had my rap career and stuff. Like I like to rap. I love to rap. I'm nice. I'm nice with it. But like still, like I don't like push it to the nth degree or whatever. Cause I'm like I don't want to impose on people. I don't want. I'm too worried about what they're gonna think and this and that and stuff. And just like little thoughts like that and stuff. And I have my depressing moments as well. Like I suffer from depression and this and that. But I got moments like for no reason or whatever. I just be like, feel like the world is just on, like pushing down on me, man. Like it's too much on my shoulders, and it's like, man, I hate it here. Like people say sometimes, like you see, oh, I hate it here, but not in the funny sense. Like it be real life. Like just be like, feel like stuff is just too much and just don't be feeling good. And then like certain people will talk to me and people will hit me up on social media and stuff and like certain things I do and be like, man, that helped me or whatever and this and that. And I feel like I'm helping some people in certain sense. Somebody will talk to me and I'll give them advice and they'll be like, man, that's real. And the whole time, man, like you just don't know. Like I'm going through so much as well. Like I kind of mask it in real life and stuff. Like I usually like strangers or whatever. I'm usually, hey, what's that? Like I'm always with a smile and stuff. And then sometimes like I'll be to myself and I just be like, just be brooding. Like I'll go shoot basketball when I go shoot basketball like by myself. Like that's kind of when I'm the most content. Like just being in my own little world to myself. I have like a cousin, Kevin. I don't know if you gonna watch this or not. He started watching some of my videos, and like, man, like I feel good when I'm with him or something, because we've been knowing each other since like children. So I feel open with him and stuff. Like certain people, my uncle Chris, I feel open with him and stuff. But like I go in like a crowd of like people. They used to have like a Mason's ball down here, and when you get dressed up, you go to the ball. And like, man, if I'm not around my day ones, and it's people, the whole town, it's a small town, like 2,000 people, and we all grew up together. And if I'm not close to my day ones, and I'm just in there, I feel alone in a crowd. And that's all people I knew my whole life, and I feel alone. Like, and then it's weird. Like sometimes, like I'll go to a festival, and like when there's a bunch of strangers in this big crowd like that, I'll feel complete. I feel good in that kind of setting. But then in certain settings, I don't feel good. Like if I'm around like a bunch of family and stuff, I feel like kind of like out the outside and stuff. Like our minds is a crazy thing, man. And I'm pretty sure my camera probably about to die or something. But man, our minds plays tricks on us, man, and you gotta learn how to defeat it and stuff. Hopefully 2020, like I can defeat it. Like even like now, like with my YouTube thing, I feel happy doing my videos, but then I check sometime and I be like, man, that video got 30 views, 70 views and stuff, and I start getting depressed. I'm like, man, am I not enough? Am I not good enough, man? Why people don't like me and this and that? I start feeling like dumb shit. Like like we just go through things, man. It's just a crazy world. Your mind's focuses on negative stuff sometimes, man. It's just, but I'm just mentioning this because a lot of y'all watching probably be like, oh, I feel that same way. So sometimes whenever I try to preach to somebody or somebody feeling bad and I'll talk to somebody, I be like, man, I feel the same way. Like my homeboys and be in rehab and stuff, I try to talk, man. Like I don't do drugs or nothing, but man, you feeling like you the only one going through this or feel this way, man. I be feeling the same way. Like I'm smart and stuff, and I seem like I'm happy. I'm dripping and stuff. Sometimes I feel bad. Like people be feeling like, oh man, you could get anybody you want and stuff. I be like, man, I don't talk to nobody, man. I feel like I shouldn't be in a woman's face, like, because financially I'm not where I need to be and stuff. I feel like, man, I'm less than a lot of times, so it holds me back. So, man, that's just some thoughts I wanted to share. Like, comment, subscribe. Gonna be a greatest of the most hated, man. Just something I wanted to get off my chest, man. Something I wanted to share, man. And shit, peace out.